Marriage Advice Manual. And I'd like to show you what I have done. This was something I passed around on all the tables at the wedding. And when you open it up, it goes to a page just to give a little bit about, you know, the meeting and a few important things, as well as my favorite poem by Edgar Allan Poe, believe it or not, on love. And then I looked at some old papers I had, and I came across this headline. I go, my goodness, men walk on the moon. What a headline. But I began to think, no, wait a minute. Today we have a bigger headline. This is an amazing story of two people that met. And he lives in Bermuda, and she lives here in South Florida. And, you know, I figured, well, you know, this is going to be a little bit interesting as she goes to get used to that kind of life. So I wanted to make sure they would remember the time of romance. And then I'm also asking people, you know, as I pass the book around, to give any practical advice they have on this subject. And then my favorite, which is foods. I've learned through my own marriage that foods like donuts, bagels, pizza, things like that, in the male perspective of life, we consider them cash purchases. We do not want a transaction to be found on a statement that says a pizza place, Dunkin' Donuts, or anything like that. So there are other options. I mean, there are other options on how to hide certain things as we adjust to this new married life. And secrets are found out. And there's also laundry and household chores. I mean, we all got to figure this stuff out. You know, I'm very helpful around, and I always will be. But I found this old little clip. And then, you know, we all hear about the honey-do list, but she says here, well, wait till you see my honey-don't list. Well, again, not a lot of advice on this page, but, and then moving to Bermuda, I found this here, right here. It's an old manual on how to cycle and everything else and get around Bermuda. But, you know, I figured, well, you know, let's give her some options, because you're only allowed to have one vehicle in Bermuda. So, you know, these are some simple options and a little bit of advice. And cooking is obviously another one. I mean, we have different ways of cooking, different things we like as we learn. But the main thing is we learn to love each other and learn to figure these things out. And then from there, you know, I couldn't forget the fact that her first date was in the Bermuda Triangle. They married in the Bermuda Triangle, and they go back to live in the Bermuda Triangle. These are all good things, I think. And then I asked people to do final thoughts, in which, you know, the people participated. And people started writing their own stuff. And I decided to I took a bunch of snapshots just randomly at the wedding and cut them out, glued them together, just as a reminder, memory. Same with this page, and people kept starting to write, so I just took these pictures, added them to these pages so that they had memories. And then beyond this is a whole book here to keep writing the story. I hope you enjoyed.